Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another demo review video. Today I'm going to be looking at Girafffe versus fnatic in EU RMR A. Girafffe playing anti-flash. Boom around the corner. Girafffe looking to try and strike straight away with an immediate entry. Deal with that first player. Now knows that Roy's up there towards the frame position. Excellent turnaround onto Crims. Very difficult to be able to deal with all three of those players. fnatic putting so much pressure, peeking from the likes of Ramp out there towards Crane and then of course towards the gap line. But Viperio slow it down. They're working off of a 2v2. The one-way Crane smoke comes through from Mezzy, so now Girafffe knows he can't get on the other side of it. Instead, he has to wait out the clock. And the CTs are actually going to split themselves. You've got Nikodos playing out from gap with that AWP. Mezzy going back over towards the B site, thinking that there might be a slight maneuver forward from Viperio. One player's made noise there of Extinct. HE going down out there towards the headshot angle. They still don't know the AWP is here. Girafffe is looking down towards snipers and AWP peaks. Might not have seen Girafffe though. This could work out in his favor. He's just going to play time, not try and hunt down the AWP. Got to try and isolate both of these fights. Thinks that there might be a player out towards CT, so tries to deal with Nikodos now. And now it comes into that 1v1 up against Mezzy, who's now gone onto the bomb site directly. He's got a kit to play with. Girafffe with the AWP. Here's that bomb being tapped and draws out the fight right in the end. First round being gained there from Viperio and an ace in there for Girafffe. Girafffe getting a slight high advantage and even looking out to the right-hand side of the boost. HE placement's pretty good. The spam is even better though. And deals with the likes of Roy. That's an all-important kill to try and recover things out to Ramp. And now Artist strikes too. Workability. They can start putting some pressure now down out towards Fasher from that gap position. They get another one-for-one trade. And now it comes down to the 2B rotations. Giraffe's got all the time in the world to get the bomb plant in. Him and Extinct to play off one another. Incendiary goes back, so Girafffe starts repositioning and actually gets out to safety. Gets out to the bottom of Ramp. Peers back in behind. Doesn't see anything as of now. He's just got to try and see if he can peek on the contact of Extinct. But at the same time, keep his eyes locked in case of a super late rotation down from the bottom of Ramp. First flash coming through from Crims. Peek on the contact for a one-for-one trade. And now it comes down to can he clutch again. Crims with the smoke out. Girafffe tries to see if he can catch him before the util goes down. A lot of time's been used already. Flash comes forward. Crims going to tap it again rather than stick it. Spam comes through. Girafffe gets ever so close. The knife comes out and eventually Girafffe comes out on top. First it was an ace clutch. Then it was a 4K. And it's a third round for Viperio. Get himself out to the back wall. Might start making a lean forward when the smoke clears. Now Mezzy's repositioned out towards a quad angle, undetected for right now. Giraffe's found himself very far up towards the site, and now Mezzy's been heard in from the flames and seen the player out there towards Guardian, so just a little bit of spam onto the likes of Crims to try and see if he can drop. And CT is rotating in pretty quickly. Now Giraffe's going to maintain this position out here from quad. Even a HE placement to the back of Generator is going to do some damage. Nice reposition out to the left-hand side to deal with Crims. And this is going to offer in the save. An excellent double frag from Girafffe out on the B exec. So it seems like they're going to walk the entire way. Does Crims expect it? Well, he's hanging around. Girafffe, good timing there onto Crims. And now they realize we're going to start acting quickly. Try and put pressure and deny that bomb from going down. And Girafffe and Gizmi working well off one another, and now Nikodos is just trapped out here towards the right-hand side. Trade is excellent there from the likes of Gizmi. Girafffe gets away with one, and Viperio gets started in the second half. And two players to defend up B. Girafffe just jiggle peeking here from the back of default, and Gizmi playing out from white. Smoke's going to start to clear, so Mezzy could get caught in a jiggle, and actually Girafffe decides to swing out wider. Both players peek together, and that's an excellent couple of kills for the 2B players. Doesn't seem like it's the right call. This is actually a fake from Roy. He's pulling so much attention over. But Girafffe might get an inkling quickly. Roy down into the side, just trying to sell it. Girafffe eventually catches him with a high advantage towards the top of default, but he's missed the timing. No, he has spotted out Crims out here towards Guardian, and he can get another kill in the round. And now they could just play the time, put the pressure onto Nikodos, who's trying to peek out to the right-hand side. A little bit of a body block for a moment there. And now they just put pressure on, spam through that smoke. An excellent round again. And this has got to be, what, the third time that we've seen Girafffe get 4 kills or more? Now, this seems to be an excellent read from Viperio. 4 players up here towards A. Re-smoke off the gap side. Now here comes the Xe. Giraffe's actually going to put the beam flash in to try and peek up aggressively. try and get some verticality, deal with that first player, and end up losing the fight, but the trades are very good. Strong defense there on A. The draft going to be the mid-rotator. 2 players to defend out from mid, actually, from Viperio. Some nade stacking going down. M4 deals with that first player, so that combination of Girafffe and Artist just disallows any quick pace into a B split on the anti-eco. Roy's crept up aggressively from Rab. An off angle being held here from Girafffe as he starts repositioning back over. Zentaro's nades being lined up. First one in for some chip damage, and him and Extinct just look to try and see if they can fight again. A lot of press, a lot of information plays from Viperio towards A. And Roy has crept up on the site. Now they've got no idea that he's up so close towards a fence. Swing out in the open, good trade off the 2 of them. Girafffe eventually drops that bomb. Him and Extinct are just a powerhouse here towards the A site. And now they just play time. Wait for Crims to try and get that bomb plant and put some pressure onto him. Giraffe's going to swing out towards that right-hand side and deal with the likes of Crims. Get himself nearly up to a 30 bomb going into the next round. Seems like it's going to be a double pump to A. Crims is regrouping. Extinct's looking out to default. Giraffe's got his crossfire looking into the gap position. 15 seconds now on the clock. Molly goes out towards headshot. He gets smoked. Now he has to try and look back up, but he can't see anything. Sees Roy eventually. They've just got to put pressure onto the bomb denial. Girafffe has got all of the ability to start fighting up and push that bomb down, deal with the likes of Nikodos, and now transfer back over. Very touch and go. A lot of pressure in that round. But even with that bomb going down, Girafffe knows this is my chance. This is my moment to go and act. And while he maybe doesn't deal with the likes of Roy, he deals with the other player close towards the sandbag of Nikodos. Yeah, this is a complete gamble stack for the likes of Viperio. MMS can defend out from Guardian to try and hold up from B and into mid, while the rest of the guys have gamble stacked out towards A. Oh, and it's so dry. There's no util whatsoever. They swing onto the contact all as a unit. Girafffe gets 2 kills, drops that bomb out into the open, and now they're going to just try and put some pressure onto Roy. Try and hunt him down before that bomb can retreat out towards B. No, not quite. At least it's a man advantage. A lot of noise coming through from the ramp control. Anti-rush nade in there from Girafffe. Roy just sending it up towards the top of ramp and just instantly falls. An opening man advantage within the first 15 odd seconds of the round. And Extinct and Girafffe are going to hold this crossfire strong. You've got Gizmy slightly further behind out from headshot. Molly comes through from the sandbags, so Giraffe's going to peek on the contact, try and put some pressure down, assist the likes of Extinct. Try and see if he can drop that bomb, puts damage onto Nikodos at least. And lurk smoke for Girafffe. Pretty quick in behind it though, so this is different than what we saw in regulation. Oh, just walking on a contact. They're going to speed it up, try and deal with the likes of Crims, deal with him eventually, but not get that trade back. And geez, Messi's found 2 there. Unfortunate that nothing else counted of that round. And lurk smoke coming through from Girafffe. Very aggressive behind it. Bringing pace all the way up towards the top of the B stairs. Preeming out here towards default. Oh, we didn't see the likes of Crims. They do deal with Messi. And now that trade comes through, they know exactly where Crims is. So much pace and map control being taken there from Girafffe. Just couldn't quite deal with Fasher dropping down from Guardian. Acceleration. For what is the 3rd time in the row now for Viperio, the anti-rush nades are excellent. Slow walk on a contact. Flash comes through. Girafffe is desperate for a trade back. Sees the player out here towards white, and Messi's going to fall. Knows that Crims was playing close out towards the generators, but instead of committing all the way up, they actually cancel. They freeze for a moment. That gives me a Girafffe working together out here to the B stairs. Not as quick as it's been previously. Flash is very good. Crims doesn't see anything though. Walk up on a contact, smoke starts to clear, and actually Crims falls. Girafffe, a very good opening kill out here towards the B side again. Very heavy stack though from fnatic out here at B. Giraffe's going to set up some util. Right hand side generator smoke. Follow in with a flash to try and commit them up from white. Messi being caught. They know he's out there towards quad, but they just can't force him. Eventually they do. Girafffe even going to molly out here towards default. Just fall back. Massive amount of utility and spam out here towards ramp. Giraffe's going to come back into the fold with a HE towards the bottom of the ramp sandbag and actually spam through that smoke onto the likes of Roy. Nikodos is holding aggressively, waiting for that trade. And Giraffe's just not even jiggling, not even giving up the ghost. In fact, it's Gizmy to deal with him. And now the pace seems to only continue. Girafffe can smoke up towards that right-hand side. They know that Fash is trapped, and they're just going to hold him in. Great kill there again. Just an acceleration of pace. Molly out there towards the left-hand side of Ali. Put a smoke up to the right, get Girafffe to peek from the top of Crane. And Giraffe's playing out from default. Looking up to the headshot box. Just playing the time. Not over-peeking. Crims drops down. Girafffe gets a great tap. What a way to be able to get the 19th with a 3K. First exchange comes through. Trades are back. Girafffe flashes over. Tries to deal with the first player up. And that's Mezzy, in fact. Dropping that bomb and putting it in incendiary just to slow it down. Not allow fnatic to get the bomb down straight away and even get flashed through. He's trying to make more happen. Spots out Roy out here towards a gap position. Another 1-for-1 trade, and Roy swings out. Another kill here from Girafffe. Smoke down. Up to Fasha. 2v1 advantage from Viperio. And Giraffe's just trying to work around his own smoke. Fasha thinking about getting the bomb plant, and Giraffe's going to hunt him down. Try and put some pressure on. 5 bullets in the magazine. Does a bit of damage, but not quite enough. And MMS just wasn't there to peak. And in the end, Fasha wins out the 1v2 to close it in. Heartbreak from the likes of Viperio to not close out against fnatic. It seemed like they were going to do it at certain points, maybe in regulation, maybe when they were up 18-16, but didn't quite happen. In terms of a positive note, I think just look at Giraffe's performance. This is his first HLTV International LAN. He had the highest rating in the server, he had the highest ADR in the server, and to be honest, I think this was probably the best performance I've ever seen from Girafffe on LAN. He was fragging like crazy. He had a massive amount of impact, and you're going up against a tier 1 squad, a top tier 1 squad in fnatic. That's a difficult feat. So for Girafffe, he put in one valiant effort. He had a very good performance across this RMR. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get Viperio over to the major. But if you maybe want to see what Girafffe was like in a different map, if you maybe want to see a different player on Viperio at the RMR, let me know. Put it down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.